Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Morning with Sue. It's 9 a.m. and today we will talk about the fifth part of how to attract the best employees in your business. So we already talked about it at the entire week. So first we talked about the pay, then we talked about you letting them know, the employees, what they're getting into, then how you should know what you're getting into, then providing them with security, so a safe place to stay basically, so they can pay their bills and everything. So I've talked about all about that yesterday. And today, the fifth part, I will talk about to offer them to basically not dangle, but like let them know that there's a way upward if they're performing really well. And you should already do that while you're interviewing them. That's really in the last part of the interview. So there is a system to it when you say what. And you should really let them know, hey, if you're always on time, if you're doing your best, if you're adhering to the policies and you are interested, you will be offered a way upward. So you could be a kind of like a district manager, like a regional manager, or you could be office manager, or you could be social manager or whatever. I mean, once your company grows, there are many shoes, many places to fill. So there are definitely opportunities if the right person is right there to take it. So with that though, do please know that not everybody is really fit for kind of like managerial or administrative positions. So some actually really just want to be dog walkers and pet sitters. So don't push them into it. You should be very well aware, even if you need someone, do not just hire your pet sitter or dog walker up into a higher position just because you need them. They should definitely express their own interest as well during the interview, and then maybe while it comes up, and like really do believe what people are telling you. So if they're saying, oh, I'm actually comfortable with this one, and if you kind of like hire them up and then they're all sudden in the office, and before they were all out in the field with the dogs and the cats, they might quickly lose interest and then quit altogether, and then you lost basically both positions. So just be aware that not everybody is cut out for an office position or managerial position. And there are 5 ways to actually really spot if that candidate is a good fit for an upward position. So the one that I already kind of mentioned is if they're actually really saying, hey, I want to be a manager, I want to move upward. But there are 5 others. So if they're already, when they're bumping into other potential clients and they're promoting your company, that's a great sign, because they're not just saying, oh, I'm just a dog walker, they're actually saying like, hey, I work for so and so, and if you need help, you can call the office. Then they're the ones, the second point would be if they're going above and beyond. So if they're really like staying longer if the animal needs it, if they're all of a sudden just like, I mean, that's not required, but let's say the dog only has a collar and he's really uncomfortable wearing it, and he just buys him a harness and says like, hey, I bought this dog a harness. You find it out literally. So the dog is more comfortable, and which you can always expense out and you can let them know. But this is really going above and beyond. But mostly it's actually really just staying longer when it's actually really needed. Um, and the third point would be taking responsibility for their mistakes. That's really, really important. I mean, any employee should really do that, but especially as an office manager or any kind of office position would be definitely good to for them to, if there is a mistake, that they say like, yes, that was my mistake, and this is the course of action I'm taking in order to improve, in order to get better. Fourth point with this would be that they're always on time. So even if they're not on time, it can happen with crazy traffic that they at least call ahead or text ahead, like, hey, I'm going to be a few minutes late, or if they have to cut their visit short, but they really explain it. So that would be definitely a really good candidate to be just really honest about it and upfront, and know that time matters, especially when you make it clear during the interview and during the orientation. And also that they're dedicated and they don't call out all the time. So, I mean, there are family emergencies, there are vacations that people want to take, and you should let them take it. But then there are some other employees that are just taking advantage of it. So they're taking employees always on they're taking vacation always on holidays, or they're calling out all the time. They're calling out when it's really nice outside. They're calling outside when they're calling out when it's really crappy outside. So those are things to really look for. I mean, you will get a feel for it if they're really not with their heart in it anymore or never were. So you don't want to promote anybody that already has issues as a dog walker, as a pet sitter. You don't want to promote them upwards at all. So, and yeah, those are the 5 points on how to really spot a good employee to help them to move upwards. And with that being said, it's also for the right person, they actually need that way upward, the opportunity, and they will work very, very hard for it, because you just have to imagine, you as a business owner, you probably couldn't just do this just one job all the time, and you do want to just change of scenery. You just want to have more responsibility. A lot of people are really thriving once they get more responsibility. So just make sure that you are, even especially the person that might just be a dog walker, pet sitter now, they might actually quit after a little while if they don't have that opportunity, if they know they're doing really well and you're not promoting them upwards. Of course, pay comes into that as well. They're getting paid more, and people, there's certain people that just really want to do good and they want to move upwards in the world. So make sure you are honoring this. So this should be it. That was the 5th point that concludes the Attract the Best Employees in Your Business series this week. And then we will jump into a new topic next week. I wish you a great, great weekend, and always keep positive, guys. And always remember, love always, always wins. Take care, guys. Bye.